What if I told you that someone close to you could be controlling your thoughts, emotions, and decisions without you even realizing it? Manipulation doesn't always look aggressive. It doesn't always involve threats or obvious lies. Sometimes it comes disguised as love, friendship, concern, or even advice. The most dangerous manipulators aren't the loudest people in the room. They're often the ones who know exactly which emotions to trigger, which words to use, and how to make you question yourself. In today's video, you'll discover 7 signs that someone may be secretly manipulating you. The purpose of this video isn't to teach manipulation. It's to help you recognize healthy behaviors, protect your boundaries, and make better decisions. Stay until the end, because sign number 7 is one of the most common forms of emotional manipulation, yet millions of people fail to recognize it. Let's begin. Sign number 1. They make you feel guilty for saying no. A manipulative person often struggles to respect boundaries. When you refuse to do something, they don't simply accept your answer. Instead, they try to make you feel selfish, ungrateful, or cruel. They may say things like, "I guess I just don't matter to you. After everything I've done for you, fine, forget it." The goal isn't communication. The goal is guilt. Healthy people respect your choices, even when they feel disappointed. Manipulative people make you feel responsible for their emotions. Remember this: saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It means you value your time, energy, and self-respect. Sign number 2. They constantly twist reality. Have you ever remembered something clearly, only for someone to insist that it never happened? They deny their own words. They change the story. They blame you for misunderstandings they created. Over time, you begin doubting your own memory and judgment. You start asking yourself, did I overreact? Maybe I'm imagining things. Perhaps it really was my fault. This pattern can damage your confidence and make you dependent on their version of reality. Trust yourself enough to question repeated confusion. Consistent honesty creates clarity. Manipulation creates chaos. Sign number 3. They use your weaknesses against you. Manipulators pay attention, not always because they care. Sometimes because they're collecting information. They notice your fears, your insecurities, your past mistakes. Then, during arguments or moments of vulnerability, they use those sensitive areas to gain power. The secret you shared becomes ammunition. The insecurity you revealed becomes a weapon. True trust means protecting someone's vulnerabilities. Manipulation means exploiting them. Be careful about who earns access to your deepest wounds. Sign number 4. They create fear of losing them. Manipulators understand one powerful human emotion: fear. They may threaten to leave the friendship, end the relationship, withdraw affection, or make you believe that nobody else would understand or accept you. Slowly, you begin acting from fear instead of freedom. You stop expressing your opinions. You avoid conflict. You sacrifice your needs just to keep the peace. Healthy relationships are built on trust and choice, not fear and control. Anyone who truly values you won't force you to earn basic respect through obedience. Sign number 5. They always play the victim. Nothing is ever their fault. If they hurt you, they become the one who is suffering. If they make mistakes, someone else is blamed. If you express your feelings, they suddenly become the injured party. Eventually, you stop discussing your pain because every conversation becomes centered around them. Accountability disappears. Responsibility vanishes. Everyone experiences difficult moments, but emotionally mature people can admit when they're wrong. Manipulative people avoid responsibility because accepting fault means losing control of the narrative. Sign number 6. They isolate you from other people. Manipulation becomes easier when your support system becomes smaller. At first, it may seem harmless. They don't really care about you. Your friends are a bad influence. Why do you spend so much time with your family? Little by little, they encourage distance between you and the people who genuinely support you. Once isolation begins, their influence grows stronger. Because when there's nobody else to offer perspective, their voice becomes the loudest voice in your life. Protect the relationships that encourage your growth. People who love you don't fear your independence. They celebrate it. Sign number 7. They make you question your worth. This is perhaps the most dangerous sign of all. Manipulators often alternate between praise and criticism. One day, they make you feel special. The next day, they make you feel inadequate. You begin chasing approval, trying harder, changing yourself, seeking validation from the very person damaging your confidence. The cycle continues. You become dependent on occasional affection because you're constantly trying to prove your value. But here's the truth. Your worth isn't something another person gets to decide. You don't have to earn respect by sacrificing your identity. The right people will appreciate who you are without making you fight for basic kindness. Manipulation isn't always obvious. It doesn't always arrive with anger or threats. Sometimes it arrives with smiles, compliments, guilt, fear, confusion, and emotional pressure. Recognizing these signs doesn't mean everyone around you has bad intentions. It simply means becoming aware of patterns that can damage your confidence, independence, and peace of mind. If you noticed one or more of these behaviors in your life, don't panic. Observe. Set healthy boundaries. Seek support from people you trust. And remember that protecting your mental and emotional well-being isn't selfish. It's necessary. The strongest form of power isn't controlling others. It's understanding yourself well enough that manipulation no longer controls you. If this video helped you, leave a comment sharing which sign surprised you the most. Subscribe for more psychology and self-improvement content. Stay aware, stay confident, and never let someone else's manipulation define your reality.